In the book Ender's Game, the main character Ender is exceptionally intelligent. He is the third child in his family after Peter and Valentine. In a way, Ender is a combination of his two siblings. He can be violent, like Peter, but he is also compassionate, like Valentine. The government gave him a monitor, like they previously did for both Peter and Valentine, so they could see and hear as he does in order to determine if he was qualified to join the army and fight against the buggers, who were trying to eliminate the human race. After he got his monitor removed, he got in a fight with a boy named Stilson and accidentally killed him. Graf visited Ender's family to give them the news that Ender did in fact qualify for the army because he protected himself against Stilson. Neither Peter nor Valentine were selected, but Ender proved to be the perfect blend of his two siblings. Although Ender wanted to stay at home with Valentine, he chose to leave and save the human race. Ender continued to excel in battle school and as a commander, eventually defeating the buggers. The book is written from Ender's perspective, offering the reader insight on his thinking process and observations. One person Ender frequently makes note of is Bonzo, the commander of Salamander Army. Bonzo and Ender have very different leadership styles and personalities, and in the end, Bonzo's jealousy and insecurity led to his defeat. A good leader is humble, and as Gregory L. Eastwood puts it, knows his or her own abilities, unexaggerated and realistic, and may even be proud of some of them, but does not flaunt them, and knows that others also have abilities, some of which may augment or exceed their own. When Ender was promoted to Salamander Army at the young age of 6, Bonzo did not allow him to shoot opponents during the battles, thinking that he would hurt the team rather than help. Bonzo later realized that Ender was very talented, but wouldn't admit it because he felt threatened. Bonzo is similar to Peter in that they both care only for their own success. However, Ender is humble. His goal is not simply to earn a higher stature, unlike Bonzo and many of the other soldiers such as Petra. Bonzo's insecurity and fragile ego give him the need for reassurance, which he gets in the form of victories and high rankings. Bonzo is aggressive in an attempt to establish dominance. Ender can also be violent, but only when he needs to be in order to protect himself, such as when Stilson was bullying him, or later when Bonzo tried to kill him in the shower. In both of these cases, Ender was able to defeat his opponent and protect himself, but felt bad about being violent because he's compassionate. Self-awareness and the ability to learn from mistakes are two of Ender's strongest qualities as a leader because he is always trying to better himself. He is always paying attention, noticing and learning things that nobody else sees. Because of this, he's able to orient himself easily in the battle room and devise new, unique maneuvers that surprise the others. He recognizes others' strengths and weaknesses, as well as his own, and learns from them. For example, Ender notices that Bonzo uses formations for the Salamander army, making their position more predictable and easier for the enemy to pick up on. In response, Ender sets up his army differently and is very successful. Ender also has the ability to see talent in others. When he becomes commander of the Dragon Army, he encourages Bean to get extra practice in the battle room and come up with unique ideas because he sees Bean's potential. Bonzo is the opposite, considering he can't accept the fact that Ender is a better commander than him. In fact, this inability to tolerate people of superior ability are what caused his death, because he attacked Ender in the shower out of jealousy and ended up getting killed. Ender was able to defeat Bonzo despite being much younger and smaller, because of his ability to understand Bonzo's motives. Although Bonzo had the advantage of being older and more experienced than Ender, he did not have the self-awareness to accept his failures, such as when Ender saved Salamander Army from losing a battle by going against his orders. During the attack in the shower, Ender told Bonzo not to hurt him, purposely showing his fear, because it established power into Bonzo's hands, which is what he wanted. Although that did not stop Bonzo from attacking Ender, it was a smart idea that demonstrates Ender's ability to see others' perspectives. One of Mandela's lessons of leadership is keep your friends close and your rivals even closer. Ender succeeds in doing this with Bonzo, as we just saw. However, Bonzo does not exemplify this quality, as he trades Ender out of Salamander Army soon after he was enlisted. Another one of Mandela's lessons of leadership is appearance matters and remember to smile, which basically means fake it till you make it and don't let your enemy see you angry or scared, because it shows weakness. Ender exemplifies this quality throughout the novel, as he is often scared, but usually does not let anyone know it, with the exception of the fight in the shower where Ender intentionally shows his fear. Bonzo, on the other hand, is almost always angry, and everyone knows it. He was angry when Ender joined Salamander Army, when Ender helped them win during a battle, when Ender's army beat his army, and when he attacked Ender in the shower. Of course, everyone, including Ender, gets angry at times and has weaknesses, traits that they need to improve upon. Ender can be very violent at times. Bonzo lets his anger and jealousy get the best of him. But what makes the difference between a good leader and a bad one is the ability to recognize strengths and weaknesses and how one goes about demonstrating their self-confidence to others. Being humble yet confident is necessary, as is controlling one's emotions and not feeling threatened by colleagues of superior skill. What motivates a leader should not be power or victory. There is a greater purpose. Ender and Bonzo both have areas they could improve in, but these are the differences that make Bonzo just a leader and Ender a great leader.